Yeah, I'm hoping you guys can see me. I'm using my computer here. So yeah, here's the other part. Sorry I've been gone for a couple weeks. Been kind of doing the bullshit stuff that's no point in filming. Because it's wiring and rewiring and then rewiring and then pulling it all back out and wiring it again and then running a new harness. So here's where I am at. Look at that mess. Look at that fucking mess. Although, I have my fans built. As you can see, I need to cut this off here, which will make that nice and round or whatever. So it's the same shape as this, just down here. So electric fans are in, which I can rotate. Ooh, electric fans. On top of that, I have mocked up the Missouri pump. I do have my intake in, but that's more or less just so I can judge where my harness is going to be. So you can see I have most of a harness in the engine bay now. That box right there has been relocated. It used to be right there, or you can see that little bitty hole. So that's been moved. Coil's in the same spot, brain's in the same spot. I dropped a screw, it's under the truck. I haven't gone to get it, so that will be straight at some point. The painless little holder right there is the master fuse for my main harness for my fuse block. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at under the hood anyways. So that's on. These are mocked up. They're not quite right yet. I got to readjust the height on the radiator. My blocks are actually made of 2x4 and then the rubber stopper as opposed to the normal. So I think that's going to be a trip to the pick and pull. You can see my nice beautiful hood stack here. Figure I'll do a Rotson thing like Roadkill, have the turbo 4 feet in the air. No, I just haven't cut the bolts. But that's how I'm going to run my manifolds. So you can see that's an upside down manifold bolted on. I'm going to do the same on this side. I just haven't got around to cutting that one out yet. The pipe underneath is still connected, so I need to cut that, get it out. The valve covers and the timing cover that's tucked behind the water pump right now are going to be powder coated blue, very similar blue to the one I'm using on the truck, so it should be close enough no one will notice. But yeah, I'm going to get those powder coated, make them look a little better. I'm going to leave most of the stuff, like the aluminum is going to be aluminum. I'll leave that chrome where the thermostat housing is there, because the kit that's going to mount that guy there, the power steering pump, and then my alternator will be on this side. I've got a March kit that goes down. It's polished aluminum or brushed aluminum, so I'm going to leave that chrome. I think maybe when I get a carb hat, I was going to build one, but I don't think I'm going to build one. I think I'm just going to buy one. It's a lot less time and a lot easier to just buy one that I know isn't leaking. So that's going to go right there. That'll be aluminum as well probably. I might get that powder coated. I haven't decided yet. Something else I'm doing, which you'll see, is that through, well, that's a coolant port, but all my intake ports are going to have individual water meth injection nozzles put in. I'm building my own kit. So I'll show you guys how I did that, where I got the parts, what they cost. But I'm building my own full direct inject water meth injection kit. I was going to buy one, but for the $1,500 to $2,000 for the type of kit that I'm building, I can't afford that, nor do I want to afford that. So I'm going to build one for about $500, show you guys how I did that. I'm going to paint all this stuff at some point. There's an air box there that is missing. I am going to build that out of aluminum sheet. That I will build. So I will do a video on that. I've got my engine monkey here doing something over there. Looks like a sticker maybe he's sticking. Oh no, fragile tape. Fragile tape it is. There's my alternator down there. And my box of random loom and stuff, because I've been looming some of my wires so that it's all wrapped up and protected.
Custom pinstripes.
Got that there. Custom pinstripes. Oh, look at those custom pinstripes on the fender. Alright. You're going to have to bounce out of the way there for a sec, Tom, so I can sneak in. So after I ran everything under the hood, of course I had to start in here. You can see my special wire distribution tool here. Just hung that on there. So what I did, I don't know if you guys are going to see very well in here. You can kind of see it, but there's my harness. And over to that side, even though it's not well lit, is the e-brake. On the back side of that, there's actually a nice gap, so that's why I ran the harness up. This is my power distribution for keyed power, and a ground block that I can use. Can't show you my dash, because it's actually dismantled for painting. But there's my new fuse block. That's where my stereo used to sit, but when it was flipping up, because I have a flip-up deck, it used to cover those controls. So that's a no. So I put the fuse block there to fill the hole. I put the heater controls back in, and then I have my center console right there, which all my shit stacked on, and the brackets from the shifter that I'm not using. But that's going to be center console, and up near the dash is where I'm going to run the deck from. This is a harness that I cut, not realizing that that was one of the harnesses I shouldn't have cut. This is actually my window controls to go to the passenger side. So I have to reattach this. It's over there in that dark spot that you can't really see. But yeah, there's the other piece of this. I got to put it all back together and solder it back together, just like I did the heating controls. We will do a windshield. You can see that nice big crack. You can see my wiring list right there. Ta-da! I actually planned that out. Oh look, my Sirius radio. That's even there. But yeah, so I've got the new steering column in. I post this on Instagram. Don't know if you guys are following me on there. If not, check it out, because I usually post pictures on there as I'm going along. This big bundle here is actually the window power and power locks. So I need to run this to the power for both so that I can use those. My fuse block, let's see if I can actually get you to see in there. Now you can only see the hole because of screwing the light up, but right behind those wires that are crisscrossing, looks like a mess, but those are actually wires that are connected for the, what do you want to call it? Windshield washer, fluid tank, and the wipers. So that's all the wires I had to run. I had to rebuild that harness. Unfortunately, I had to cut that because of the way it was joined into the main one, so I had to rebuild that. It's rebuilt now. But yeah, that's pretty well where I'm at. I'm going to go... I'm going to try and flip us around here. So now I got Tommy's help here. We're going to try and get some more wiring done. I was going to put a line lock in. I do have a line lock kit. It's a World Performance kit, and I got the B&M button shifter. So I might as well show you guys those. Let's see here. Oh, I'm tripping on all the crap. My itty bitty little garage that is legitimately 80% full just because of my vehicle. My Princess Auto connectors. So here is the kit that I got, or the line lock I got. Just a World Performance. Essentially, it's a Hurst line lock, which is owned by B&M, so it's a B&M line lock, but for about 75 bucks cheaper. And here's the B&M push button shifter. Now I could have made this, but they precast it with a nice hole. The wiring goes through, gives me the button. This is going to be my line lock button when it's armed. I have a 3-switch panel. Tommy, if you open the center console, there's those 3 lit switches. Can you grab those? Show you guys that, and you can see how tight of a space I'm working in, which is why it takes me so long to do shit. Every time I reorganize, I do something and make a mess. There they are. So as I drop them, sure, why don't I step on them and break them to boot? So I dropped them, but here they are. So these are the 3 lit switches. They got a nice little guard on them. So what I'll probably do is line lock, water meth, and I don't know what I'll use, probably LEDs or something like that. I'll have some underglow or some interior lighting I'll put on that one. But yeah, that's my stuff there to arm it and do my thing. Oh, that'll be boost controller, sorry. I have a dual stage boost controller on the way. I also have 4-point harnesses on the way. The pumps I need. I'm also not going with an air-to-air intercooler. I am doing a air-to-water intercooler, so I bought a pump for that. I have the high-pressure pump for my water meth kit that is methanol safe. So I've got that. I ordered the nozzles through a company in town here, a plumbing company. So they're bringing those in, so those should work. I got to get some brass fittings and stuff to do that. We're going to run some steel lines. I'm going to bend those into shape. Yeah, so I'm going to build a very custom kit, show you guys how it's done. If you guys want me to build you a kit, let me know. I can probably build one. Preferably not. I'd rather just tell you guys where to get the parts. You guys kind of make your own because every application is different. But as for now, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Took the hood off. Obviously, the last videos that were in here, I had a hood on still. I now have a very custom brow right there. Looks good. So yeah, for now, we're going to keep wiring. I gotta go get some brake lines so I can put in this line lock properly. A proportioning valve would be a good idea. So I'll give you guys a walkthrough what I do there. Next video, hopefully this fucking thing will be gone. You can see the manifolds aren't even tight. They're only on here for mock-up. But yeah, I need to hook the line lock onto this line somewhere down the line. I'll figure that one out. Anyways, for now guys, that's just my little update. Sorry I've been so MIA, but I've been dicking with the wiring, and no point in filming that because I'm just in and out of the cab all the time. Can't really show you much. So next time, hopefully I'll have accessories installed, or maybe I'll film that. And all the wiring should be done and loomed up like this, so that we have a clean engine bay, and we'll go from there. See you soon.